Hey guys, it's me, Drew. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be filming this video with you guys today. Please try to ignore the ring light reflection in my glasses. I just have been filming in my office for so long, but I always decorate my living room for the fall, and I love coming in here during this time of year and filming, but I use this ring light when I'm in here because of the lighting. I don't have overhead lighting in my living room, so I'm working on it, but I have so many candles that are empty that I had to sit down and share with you guys so I could make room for more because my bin is exploding. So I have to film this video with you guys. It is officially fall in this house. You will only see fall fragrances from here on out. Is there any carryover from summer? There's one summer fragrance that I'll talk about, but the rest are going to be fall, so I'm super excited. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with the Lonely Cringle candle that I finished this month, and it was apple rum cake from the new fall collection. Oh my god. This scent, I feel like I should clarify that this is a very polarizing scent. People either love this fragrance or hate this fragrance. The notes are apple, spiced rum, dates, fruit, pastry, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Listen, this fragrance is boozy. And I typically don't love the super boozy fragrances like Whiskey and Embers from this collection. Too boozy. Manhattan, too boozy. But this, when you light it, it smells great on cold. But when you light this fragrance, it just explodes. This smells like an applesauce spice cake. Like, the cakes that you can make with applesauce. So it has that cinnamon, that nutmeg, all those unique fall fragrances. But then the rum, that spiced rum, almost you pull the cake out of the oven, you let it sit, and when you slice it, if you pushed your fork into the cake and the rum just came out of it and oozed onto your plate, that is how boozy this is. But because of all those spices enveloped with the cake notes, it tones it down and just makes it so enjoyable. Every time I had this lit, and let me tell you, I lit this in my living room and it throughout the entire apartment. Now that I finished, this is going on my list in a 4-wick. I need this in a 4-wick candle. It is perfection. Perfection. The apple note in here mixed with the cinnamon and the nutmeg and that boozy rum, incredible. And again, people either love it or they hate it. But if you do have it and you don't love it, light it and see what you think. This is like you take cake batter and you bake it and it completely transforms, right? This fragrance transforms on warm. I will totally repurchase it. I loved it. Love it. Moving on to Caramel Sundays. I finished a big 40 ounce in Autumn Jam, burned that all the way down. This was a great fragrance. This was like cranberry, apple, clove, citrus, all the like fruits of fall, like mixed with spices. This was really great, really warm, again, really comforting, perfect for fall. I am getting ready to film my Caramel Sundays haul from August. Probably the best haul that I have yet from them, which I think I said last month, but they just keep getting better and better. I don't understand how Caramel Sundays can have the perfect fall fragrances, but they have the perfect fall fragrances. This was great. Love the richness of all the like warm autumnal fruits with the spices. And again, it just enveloped the space, made it feel really comfy and cozy at night when I had all my flameless candles on and the TV on, watching a good movie. This was just burning in the background and it was perfection. Next, this is Peach Pecan Crunch from Caramel Sundays in the 22 ounce. This was great. Love this. I actually burned this in my bedroom the entire time. I find that these 22 ounces, if they don't smell super strong on cold, I'll start it in the bedroom and see performance-wise. And typically, I have great luck in the bedroom with these smaller the lighter fragrances in the smaller jars. Some of the 22 ounces do great in my open space, but this one definitely wasn't a powerhouse on cold. So burning it in my bedroom was great. This smelled like a peach dump cake. Like you had that sweet, like syrupy peach jam type of fragrance mixed with the crumble of the vanilla cake. Really great. Perfect, like end of summer into fall, even though it's still super, super hot out. The weather needs to cooperate. In my household, it's fall. It needs to cooperate outside. But yes, really, really love this. Totally would repurchase it. Caramel Sundays does great peach fragrances. Speaking of great, like fruity fragrances, I finished Sugared Fig. This was nice. It was not my favorite. Now, I love fig fragrances. Like, there's one fragrance in here. I had to pull up the fragrance notes, and I was like, oh my God, there's fig. This is why I love it so much. But Sugared Fig, really, really great. It's more of a sweet, like fig jam type of fragrance. Like, I've eaten fig jam on like crackers with like some cheese and stuff. It definitely gives that like sweet fig jam, which makes sense since it did say sugared fig. It wasn't a super, super powerhouse, so I did burn the whole thing in my bedroom. But every time I walked in there, it just smelled sweet and comforting, but it was not a repurchase, but I did enjoy the fragrance. Next, let's talk Homeworks. I know, would you guys like to see a Homeworks haul? I have been kind of bad in buying a lot of Homeworks candles. I never thought I'd see the day, but, you know, been watching some reviews on YouTube and wanted to pick them up. And this one I actually found at a Marshall's last year, and it's just been sitting on my shelf. It's one of my favorite Homeworks candles. Harvest Leaves. The notes are spice pumpkin, mandarin, cranberry, fir balsam, and applewood. It burned all the way down. Perfection. I still have so many Homeworks pedestals from over the years of doing their Facebook group and stuff and being sent so many accessories and stuff. And there's something about burning these big 4-wick candles on a pedestal, on a coffee table, that just sets the mood. And listen, Homeworks has had its misses over the years, but there is nothing like a Harry Slatkin fragrance. There really isn't. And this Harvest Leaves, he always claims it's like his quintessential fall fragrance, and I see why. It is so soft, so rich, so warm. You get the pumpkin, you get the cranberry. I do not typically like balsam fragrances, but the balsam in here is so good because it mellows out everything else. This is just quintessential fall. And look at how beautiful the leaves are. Love, love, love. As soon as QVC has a free shipping day and these are on a good price, I'm definitely going to snag 2 more. I just adjusted the lighting and I actually think it looks a little bit better. So, all right, continuing with Homeworks, another classic Homeworks fragrance that I just adore, Hot Cider Donut. Oh my gosh. I actually picked this up online with the hand wash, and I've been using the Homeworks hand wash in my bathroom. I am a gel soap stan. I do not like foam soap. I know that's like super in the minority, but I just don't love it. I don't know what it is about foam soap that I just don't feel clean afterwards. I like the tactile smoothness of a gel soap. Again, I don't know what it is, but I'm loving the Homeworks gel soaps. And I have Hot Cider Donut in my bathroom now. This set is perfection. The notes are harvest apple, cinnamon sugar, vanilla bean, and spiced cider. This smells just like a cider donut. If you've eaten a hot cider donut, an apple cider donut, you know what I'm talking about. It's that cinnamon sugar, the cakey vanilla-ness of the donut. You even get like the greasiness at the bottom of the back, but this doesn't smell like a cheap, like greasy candle. This is super authentic. Again, Homeworks does what Homeworks does best, which is gourmand. And I've missed these fragrances over the years, and the burn has actually been really good. I'm very impressed with the consistency of the candle burns. You can see that it burned all the way down to the wick clips. So really great, had great strength and throw. Every time I walked in the house or in the room and I had this lit, I could smell it. I was really impressed. So finished a Hot Cider Donut. I will say one thing that I am not a fan of is the 3 wicks. I think I've said this before. I'll show you like comparison. These are the Homeworks 3 wicks and these are the 4 wicks. They can fit inside one another. Yeah, I feel like I definitely have shown this before. Why still make 3-wicks when you have the 4-wick? I don't know. And my like OCD brain hates trying to figure out how to store 3-wicks versus 4-wicks when I have all the 4s in my collection at once. I know a first world problem. But anyway, I picked up a duo of the Sugar Plum and Blackberry, and I'm very happy to say they offer this in a 4-wick duo now. So definitely want to pick it up. The price is just not right. Right now it's like $50 on QVC. Waiting for it to drop lower and see, but they both burned really, really great. I had these both burning at the same time. One in my living room on the coffee table and one in the dining room. And I love Sugar Plum Blackberry. Like, it's probably one of my favorite rich blackberry like type of fragrances. Juicy blackberry, plum, sandalwood, vanilla, and whipped cream. Yeah, it just has the sweetness to it. You have the plum, you have the blackberry, you have that vanilla to cream it up, almost like a that blackberry like tart filling, if that makes any sense. Really, really love this one. Will totally repurchase it. I don't know, it just makes me smile every time I smell it. And also like the Homeworks Blackberry Tres Leches. That's another one that I just adore. Speaking of not loving the 3-wicks, I actually ordered some from the Elton John collab. I love the look of the piano keys with the, just trying to de-fingerprint it for you, the E from Elton John. And this is, again, a 3-wick. And this one is in mulled pomegranate wine. Oh, this is yummy. Notes of red Merlot, wild currant, pomegranate, and cinnamon woods. The burn was pretty good. It did like get some hang up on the side of the jars, and I noticed like if I would burn it for a couple hours, I would turn it and then burn it again for a couple hours. And I didn't move the can, like I didn't do anything to the inside. I literally just turned it on the table and it fit. I don't know if it was the way the flame tended to lean. I'm not sure, but it did end up burning all the way down. And this was in a duo, so I have one more. And this vessel is so beautiful that I am going to pop this wax out and reuse the vessel because I did love the way that it looks and the smell. This is really, really creamy. I was nervous about the wine note being too tart or too boozy, but it really just is mellow and soft and rich. I burned this whole thing in my bedroom. I loved the look of the flame through the glass. If you like pomegranate fragrances, definitely pick this up. It's sweet and rich. I don't really get, there's currant in there, maybe a little bit of a tartness from the currant, but yeah, it's a really pretty fruity pomegranate type of fragrance. And then last but not least, Katie, if you're watching this, we literally discussed this and I said I wasn't going to purchase it, but I couldn't help it. QVC had a big deal recently and I picked up the trio and one of them was Mahogany Pumpkin. I literally got this and I burned it the day it came and I finished it in like 3 days. The flames were so high on this, even with trimming. Like, they were wild, but I love this. And I would never think I would like a fragrance like this because heirloom pumpkin, autumn spice, patchouli, and red mahogany. The patchouli note is really strong in here. And it's more that hippie perfume. Like that hippie perfume patchouli, not like a sophisticated, like, warm note. It definitely is hippie, but mixed with the pumpkin and the mahogany, lean masculine, really liked it. I burned this in my bedroom. I'm obsessed with the label. I actually might take the wax out and put fairy lights in here. I think that would be really pretty on the shelf. I really like the look with the leaves on here. Super, super pretty. So really enjoyed that one. And like I said, it burned really, really cleanly. Just, I don't love the 4-wicks. Alrighty, let's move and finish with Yankee Candle. The first one I picked up is Iced Berry Lemonade. I actually got this at Walmart. I was at Walmart randomly picking up some like car detailing stuff. And I love to detail my own car. And I picked this up because I just was drawn to the color. And it was like super hot out. This is nice. I don't love the fragrance. I never really did, but the color was just so addicting. Like, I could not let this hot pink not be in my house. And it's a very tart berry lemonade fragrance. Very, very tart. You have to like that like puckery type of lemon, which is not my favorite. I wish this had a little bit more of a sugaryness to it. I would not repurchase it. I burned it in my bedroom the whole way, burned all the way down. I'm obsessed with this rebrand. I know not everybody is. They had the free candle event on Saturday. Apparently they signed up like thousands and thousands, like 86,000 people to be rewards members. So really exciting to see Yankee giving it this like, really great try and hoping that this works. Again, it's 2025. The old labels are never going to work in 2025. Like, that nostalgic is just not it. And I'm excited to see this new branding. So really, really love it. Finished this guy. My favorite, Cider House. I finished the 2-wick and I finished a single wick. I actually burned these both in my living room. I did this one on my coffee table and this one in my dining room. They both burned down flawlessly all the way down. I love, 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 love times a million Cider House. It's apple, it's cranberry, it's honey. It's perfection. There is no word to describe Cider House other than it's the love of my life, one of my favorite fall fragrances. If you like apple fragrances, you've got to pick this up. If you like cranberry fragrances, you have to pick this up. If you just like a great fall fragrance that is not cinnamon spice, that's not like Michael's Craft Store, that's not pumpkin, Cider House is your vibe. You've got to try Cider House. It is my favorite. Unexpected Twilight Nectar from the Summer Sonata, like transitional summer collection. This was on like a promo, like $15 if you spent $30, and I was like, I'll pick it up. Strawberry, dragon fruit, and hibiscus. This was so good. If this goes on clearance and semi-annual sale in January, you know I'm going to pick up a few of these and store them and burn them next summer. This was great. I really am impressed with this Summer Sonata collection. I feel like it's getting a lot of hate, not getting a lot of love. I'm burning Paradise Pumpkin right now. Really enjoy. I'm waiting on Amber Bouquet. I do not like the Tiki Bar, though. That fragrance is just bizarre to me. I don't like the cinnamon note in there. But this Twilight Nectar, you get the hibiscus. It reminds you of that like hibiscus dragon fruit tea from Starbucks, like the concentrate. It totally smells like that, but it has like this warmth, this more depth to it. And when you light this, it just surrounds the area of the room with this really fruity but warm. Like, this is a perfect transitional fragrance. It's still hot out, so you still want to enjoy those fruity fragrances, but you're not ready for pumpkin necessarily. This Twilight Nectar, really, really good. I actually am tempted to pop this wax out and put it in a warmer because I love the fragrance so much and want to get every last drop out of it. I finished Seaside Woods, which is one that I've never tried before. Oh, and all the burns are great. Like, I haven't had any issues with any of the burns on any of the new Yankee. Really impressed. This is nice. This is perfumey. It's definitely like more perfumey, feminine, floral, woody type fragrance. But it's nice. If you like any of those, like Bath & Body Works In the Stars or Into the Night, or, if you want mahogany teakwood, like a feminine version of mahogany teakwood, I would lean Seaside Woods from Yankee. Really pretty. I burned this in my bedroom. Every time I went in there and this was lit, it just had this sense of comfort and a little bit of fresh air from the outside, but a little bit of comfort from the woodsy. Really, really liked that. I finished a 3-wick from the Fantastical Fall Collection in Harvest Gems. Burned that all the way down. I also like this. This was more of a sweet, fruity fall fragrance. So there was like apple and peach and raspberry. So you have a little bit more of those like autumnal fruit jam type of fragrances in here. Another, I think, really good transitional fragrance. But it's funny, like, this totally smells more fall fruit, where this Twilight Nectar totally smells more like end of summer fruit. Like, there are different fruit combinations that your mind smells and takes you to those places. And this totally takes me more fall, where Twilight Nectar does totally take me more towards like end of summer. But really, really like the Harvest Gems if you like those more like jammy autumnal fruit fragrances. And then the burn was atrocious on this. I was at a Yankee outlet, and this Gilded Sands Woodwick really caught my eye. Oh my god, look at how messy it burned towards the end. Was Woodwick in my worst candle brands ever? I feel like it was. But there's something so soothing and comforting about the crackling of a Woodwick, and this fragrance was like dirt cheap at the outlet, and I loved the scent. I found out it's like Yachuch wood, fig, peppercorn, all the things I love. That's why I love it. And I loved the fragrance. Had a little bit of a woodsiness to it. When you burn a Woodwick candle and it crackles and that long flame, but it did pewter out after about the halfway mark, as you can see. It still burned all the way down, but it left a ton of residue towards that second half. That's the big thing that I have with Woodwick. Woodwick isn't going to be my go-to, obviously, but, you know, I enjoyed it because I got it really cheap, and I loved the fragrance. Woodsy, a little bit sweet, had that pepperiness from the peppercorn, which made it like a little bit more masculine. A great evening fragrance. So, boom. Those are all of the candles that I finished this month. I burned through a ton, but I'm so excited to recycle these and start fresh again. Let me know if you like the new setup. You can see the cats definitely looking out the window. They all take turns. That cat tree is torn to heck, though. I definitely need to get a new cat tree soon. But really excited to start fresh on some new candles to share with you guys. I hope you're all having a great August. What all have you burned lately in August and are loving? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I upload a video here on YouTube. Make it a better world and be kind. Bye, guys.